Okay, good evening everyone. So I will explain about tutorial number 3. So I hope that you all have will be listen this video because this is explanation of the tutorial number 3 and replacement of the class. Um, the first of all, please be stay safe at home. Uh, so let's start with question number 1. So number 1 question is let x be a binomial random variable with n equals to 7 and p equals to 0.3. Find this value. So first question A, to find the probability of px equals to 4. So simply use the binomial formula which is given as this formula, and ncx px and q power of n minus x. So use that formula, we will get 0.0972. And then question B, which is find the probability of x less than equals to 1. So which it means we have to find the probability of x equals to 0 plus with the probability of x equals to 1 since it's less than equals to. So we use the same formula and we will get the answer 0.3295. And then C is to find the probability of x which is greater than 1, which means we want the probability of more than 1, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we will use the same formula, uh, but the way is different here. We have to to be more easier, we will minus with 1 minus the probability of x equals to 0 and also 1, because if we 1 minus the probability of x equals to 0 and 1, we will get the probability of 2 until the 7. So the answer is 0.6705. And then D and E, the question is to find the mean and also the standard deviation. So D, the mean for the binomial distribution is simply n times with p. So we get the information from the question. So simply times it, we will get 2.1. And E is to find the standard deviation. So simply use the information also given above. But to find the Q, we have to 1 minus the p, which is 1 minus 0.3. We will get 0.7. So this is the formula for the standard deviation of binomial distribution. So the square root of NPQ. So we will get this information, this answer, which is 1.2124. Okay, now we go for the question number 2. Question number 2 is let x be a binomial random variable with n equals to 20 and p equals to 0.1. So first question, calculate the probability of x which is less than equals to 4 using the binomial formula. So we have to use the formula even though longer, but if more easier, we normally use the binomial table which is in question number B. So using the formula, we have to count one by one. Probability of x equals to 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4 since it's f equal. So the answer will be 0.9569. Okay, so we will be using this formula. Then the B using the table, so we have to know the N and also the P, which is 0.1. So we, based on the table, we will get 0.957. So it can be seen that there is not much changes from table and also from the formula. So C is to calculate the mean and also standard deviation of the random variable x. So mean is use the same formula as number 1, which is np equals to, so based on the information we will get equals to 2, and the standard deviation based on the information 2 we will get we using the square root of npq. So we get the answer 1.3416. So the q will be 1 minus 0.1, which is 0.9. Okay, 0.9. Okay, now we go for number 4. Since number 3 is the summation for the tutorial number 3. So I leave it as the summation also. So after break, so I want you all submit the question number 3 to me by hand in. So it will be more easier. But make sure you all listen to this video. Okay, so we continue with number 4. So number 4, let x be a Poisson random variable with mean which is mu equals to 2, and also calculate this probability which is got A, B, C and D. So the Poisson formula is um, this formula as this formula which is exponent negative lambda and lambda x and divided by x factorial. So a is the probability x equals to 0. So by using this formula we will get the answer 0.1353, and b is the probability of x equals to 1. So I also have written here question number 3 is submit after the break. So more easier. So B is the probability x equals to 1 using the same formula. So the answer is 0.2707. Before I forget, so the lambda is the mean. So for Poisson, we only use the mean. So from the question, we have to find the clue of the mean for Poisson. For binomial, normally just it needs the PQ. Main clue over binomial is the P and Q. Normally it's involved the success and also failure. Okay. Then for C, probability of x greater than 1, same question as the number 1. So x greater than 1, so it start from 2 until so on. So simply we just 1 minus the probability of x equals to 0 and 1, because 1 is not included, so 0 and 1. So 1 minus the probability of x equals to 0 and 1 using the Poisson formula. So we will get answer 0.594, and D is the probability of x equals to 5. So since it's equal, just we find the probability of Poisson at 5 lah, x equals to 5. So we will get answer 0.0361. Now we go for number 5. Number 5, the question is children who are injured 2 or more times tend to sustain these injuries during a relatively limited time, usually 1 year or less. If the average number of injuries per year for the school age children is 2. So the keyword is the average number of injuries per year for the school age children is 2. So the mean is 2. And so what are the probability of these events? A, which is the children will sustain 2 injuries during the year. So the x over here is 2. So x equals to 2 because they just asked for 2 injuries. So we use the Poisson formula and we will get 0.2707. And B is a child will sustain 2 or more injuries during the year. So 2 or more. So we have to include the 2. So simply 1 minus probability of x equals to 0 and 1 because we include 2. So here we didn't include 2. So by minusing by 1, we will get a probability for x equals to 3, 4 and so on. Okay, so the answer is 0.594, and the C is a child will sustain at most 1 injury during the year. At most 1 injury, so at most, so we less and equals at most 1. So 0 and 1, we find the probability by using Poisson, we will get 0.406. Then go for D, calculate the mean and standard deviation. Okay, calculate the mean and standard deviation. So the mean formula for Poisson is simply use the lambda, which is the mean, 2, and standard deviation we have to square root it. So the answer is 1.4142. Okay, and then go for number 6. The average number of the traffic accident on a certain section of highway is 2 per week. So the keyword is 2. The average number is 2. So assume that the number of accidents follow a Poisson distribution with mean equals to 2. So the A is find the probability of no accident on this section. So we want to find the probability of x equals to 0. Excuse me. So we will get the answer equals to 0.1353. And then B is find the probability of at most 3 accident. At most 3 accident, but there is a duration during a 2-week period. Okay, at most 3, so the most is 3. So we will use 0, 1, 2, and 3. So include 3 also, but there is a duration which is 2 weeks, not 1 week, right? Because based on the information from the question is average number of accident is 2 per week, but here B is per 2 week. So since per 2 week, we use this formula, which is with the lambda we times with the time. So T lah, lambda times T. So E exponent negative lambda T and lambda T x divided by x factorial. Okay, so we use that formula and calculate the probability until 0 to 3. So we will get the answer 0.4335. Or we will use the Poisson cumulative table. We will get the 0.433. The mean will be 4 lah, because lambda t if we use the table. Okay, we go for number 7. A candy dish contains 5 blue and 3 red candies. A child reaches up and selects 3 candies. So we have to select 3 candies. So because of select, we will use the hypergeometric distribution. So A, what is the probability that 2 blue and 1 red candies in the selection? So more easier we use this formula. Actually it's same as the previous exercise. So there are blue and red, so there are 5 blue, we choose 2 blue, and from 3 red we choose 1 red only. So divided by the total lah. So we choose 3 and there are 8 candies. So divide, we will get 0.5357. And the B is what is the probability that the candies all are red. So all are red. So from blue nothing we choose. So 5C0 and red is 3. So we choose all 3 divided by 8. 3 plus 5, 8. Choose 3. So we will get the probability 0.01786. And then see what is the probability that all candies are blue. So for blue, same as the red. So 5 choose 3, and by red nothing we choose. So divided by 8C3, we will get 0.1786. Okay, now continue with number 8. Number 8, 10 is the average number of oil tankers arriving each day at a certain port city. The facilities at the port can handle at most 15 tankers per day. So what is the probability that on a given day tanker have been turned away? So since turned away, so it will be greater than 15 because it only can handle only 15 tankers. So if it's more, it will be turned away. So 10 is the average number, so the lambda is the 10. So So we simply, since we don't know until how many number, since it's more than 15, we don't know until how many numbers, so we simply 1 minus the probability, which is x less and equals to 15. So we take the cumulative of this formula. So it since is there is a large number, so we use the Poisson Poisson table, Poisson cumulative table. So the lambda is 10 and also the x is 15. So it will show from the table, it will give the cumulative until 15, equals to x is less and equals to 15. So 1 minus the answer from the table, we will get 0.0487, which it shows on the given date tankers have to be turned away. Okay, so this question is Poisson, yeah. Okay, we go for number 9. Number 9, a company has 12 employees and of them 7 are female. So from 12 there are 7 are female and 5 are male. The company is planning to send 3 managers. They have to choose 3%. Okay, so they are randomly select from the 12 employees. So it's using the hypergeometric probability distribution also. So A is find the probability that all 3 of them are female. So Px equals to 3. So from the female we choose 3 and from male we nothing we choose. So 7 plus 5 is 12. Choose 3, so we will get the probability 0.1591. And B is find the probability that at most one of them is a female. So it shows there are 2 pies. So at most one. So it's either none of them and or one of them. So 7 choose 0 times with 5 male choose 3 because we only need 3. So if you realize here total will be 3, always 3, 2 plus 1 3, and if up also 7 plus 5 12, 7 plus 5 12. Okay, so here is for the px equals to 0, yes, px equals to 1. So we add it, we will get the answer 0.3636. Okay, so this is the real formula for the hypergeometric probability distribution, where it uses m k n minus m divided c n minus k and n and small n. There is a difference, and you also know from the slide what is the definition for each symbol. So it's actually represent the c. Okay, so the question number 10 is really cover that formula. So I would like to share also the mean and also variance of the hypergeometric probability distribution, which is from the slide of the lecture note. So the mean is n big M and divided by the big N, and variance is the n times m over n and n minus big M divided by big M and big M minus n divided by big N minus 1. Okay, so for number 10, so there are 40 components. Each are called unacceptable if they contain as many for 3 detective or more. The procedure is to be select 5 components at random. So they have to select 5 from the 40 and to reject lot if a detective if found. So detective, which means it's more than 3 and equal to 3. So k here is 3 and big N is 40 and small n is 5. Okay, so this is the way writing for the hypergeometry 45 and 3. Okay, so based on the formula above, so for the first question, what is the probability that exactly one detective is found in the sample if there are three detectives in the entire lot? So we want to find at least one detective item. So from the three, we choose one, and the big N 40 minus 3 and 5 minus 1 divided by 45. So we will get 0.3011, or even we can use the normal formula like the question number 7 and also question number 9. So we use this like the normal V if they want to be mix it up. So from the three detective we choose one and the balance we choose 4. So 1 and 4 is 5. So divided by cumulative of 40, we choose 5. Okay, since the total component we need is 5 only, so we will get the answer 0.3011. And then B, find the mean and variance of the random variables. So the mean is nk divided by big N. So the 5 we choose times with the k relative 3 divided by total number is 40. We will get 0.375, and the variance is simply use the formula since it's quite big. So simply just we choose N. We choose the value and put into the formula, and we will get 0.3113. Okay, so you should must know to must know how to use the hypergeometric formula that discover this. So we have covered this tutorial. So if got any question can ask in group, and don't forget to submit the question number 3 to me hand in after the break. And I hope that all have listened to this video. Thank you for your cooperation, and don't forget to list down your name within 24 hours that I pass this video into the WhatsApp. Thank you for your cooperation, and please be stay home safely. Thank you. Bye.